A seal was lying on the ice surface taking a rest. However, in the next second, it was slapped into the water by a huge wave. Facing this sudden situation, the seal lost its life before it could even react. Every summer, numerous ice floes float on the sea surface of the Antarctic Peninsula. These ice floes provide a safe and comfortable resting environment for Weddell seals. At that time, the weather was sunny and the warm sunlight shone on the seal, making it quickly relax. Little did it know that a danger was quietly approaching. While the seal was still sound asleep, a huge wave suddenly surged up on the originally calm sea surface and slapped the seal hard off the ice. The seal was so dazed by this unexpected situation that it had no idea what had happened. It quickly swam back to the ice surface and climbed up to check the situation, only to find that a killer whale had poked its head out beside it. Killer whales, also known as orcas, are the top predators in the ocean. They have no natural enemies in the ocean and are also highly intelligent. They can cooperate with each other in groups to carry out complex hunting techniques. Look, they first turned around nimbly and then dived underwater. Two young killer whales lined up neatly one after another and swam at the same frequency. Then, they skillfully used the powerful kinetic energy generated by the swinging of their tails to create waves and slap the seal off the ice again. However, the seal that fell into the water was unwilling to just sit around waiting for death. It knew that as long as it could drive away the killer whales and climb back onto the ice floe, it could buy itself a chance to survive. These two young killer whales seemed to lack experience indeed. After a fierce entanglement, the seal managed to climb onto the ice surface again. However, reinforcements of the killer whales quickly arrived from not far away. Their family had as many as 14 members, and the female leader was over 100 years old. With rich accumulated experience, the success rate of this family in hunting was astonishingly high, reaching over 90%. It's no exaggeration to say that hardly any seal could easily escape from their pursuit. Under the leadership of the experienced leader, this time, the seal never surfaced again. You know, a killer whale has to eat at least one seal every day. Obviously, just this one seal was far from enough for the whole family. So they scattered around, poking their heads out of the water from time to time, carefully looking for those seals that were taking a rest. Once they spotted a target, the killer whales would immediately send signals to the family members. At this moment, the huge ice floe, where the seal was staying, could originally resist the impact of the waves easily, so the seal thought it didn't need to worry about the killer whales' sneak attacks at all. Therefore, in the face of the killer whales' repeated spying, the seal didn't pay any attention and continued to sleep soundly. After discussing for a while, the killer whales decided to change their tactics. They lined up side by side and quickly swung their tails. With the violent underwater impact, they instantly shattered the huge ice floe. The seal on the ice floe was panicked and quickly climbed onto a relatively intact ice floe, praying in its heart that it wouldn't fall into the water again. At this time, the originally intact huge ice floe had been broken into pieces. There was no longer the previous contempt in the seal's eyes, and it had to face these terrifying natural enemies seriously, but it was still lot. The killer whales worked together to push the ice floe where the seal was staying towards the open sea area. Then they used the previous tactic again and slapped the seal off the ice surface into the water once more. After falling into the water, the seal struggled and fought back desperately. In order to prevent the seal from hurting the family members, the leader led them to blow a series of bubbles underwater. These bubbles disrupted the seal's vision and made the already exhausted seal even more dizzy. When the time was right, the killer whales launched the final fatal blow. According to relevant statistics, only about 100 killer whales in the world can master this extraordinary hunting technique, and the killer whale family in front of us is one of them.